Hello gardening friends, welcome to Backyard Basics. In the summertime, we like to be outdoors, but we run into some problems out there. Sometimes it's flies, sometimes it's wasps. Wasps are beneficial insects. We like the wasps a lot. If you want to do something to manage them around the home, one of the things to do is paint under the eaves a nice blue color, a sky blue. They won't build their nests there. That's a good way to manage them. They'll find another place to go out and build their nests. So we find that the beneficial wasp manages the worms up in the trees, you know, different worms. This is what they eat. And so we like the wasps a whole lot. But then there are problems with them. Some people are very allergic to the wasp bites. Sometimes they build their wasp right in the doorway. And a wasp sting for some people can be fatal. So there are reasons to manage the wasps. We don't want to be out there spraying with an insecticide though and doing more damage, even including ourselves, to some of these chemical sprays. So there are many great alternatives to managing the wasps. So if you really have to do it, or you're out on a picnic somewhere, you might want to try some of these alternatives. One of the things is this little bottle right here. It comes in different sizes and in different colors, as a matter of fact, and this is a wasp trap. And the way it's done is a little bit of a juice of some kind is poured into there, and the juice is down there. You know how they come into your open containers. Well, when the juice is in there, the wasp will fly up under the container right here. You can see a little opening right there, and that's where they go in. And once they go in there, they can't get back out. So this is a pretty passive way of doing this. There are other ways of doing this too, and these are very, very effective. A bait is placed into a container like this. Now you want to move them away from the actual area where you want to be, because otherwise you'll be attracting the wasps. So this little bait goes in there like that, and the wasps will begin to fly into it, and it's a very effective way to manage them. You want to take it out in a few days. A little water goes into the bottom. This is a very, very effective way of doing this. And this is another one. This is something you might find somewhere else. This is another one of those little wasp traps that uses a bait. Here's the bait right here, and you'll place that in there in the bottom with a little bit of water, and the wasps will come in to these holes right in the top. You can suspend this anywhere out in the landscape that you choose. And there are replacements for it too, so there's no problem. The nurseries have it. When they're off in a distance and you need to get control right away, this is very effective. This is a mint-based spray, and you spray for about 15 seconds, and it can spray as far as about 15 feet. So this is another good way to do that. Now, in fly control, you probably have seen this right here, a bag of water, maybe many bags of water, suspended from the ceiling to repel the flies. I don't know how it works, but a lot of people really, really like to use something like this. But there are other methods of managing the flies in your landscape. And so, in outdoors, and maybe even inside if you had a problem indoors. And this is another one of those baits. Now you put that bait in the container, and doesn't smell good. That's why the flies are coming around. It just doesn't smell good at all. So this is a great way to trap them, and there are many replacements for it. And here's another one just like that. This can be suspended out in the landscape, out in the patio area where you're going to be out there, and the darn thing fills up with flies. It's very, very good. So managing flies and wasps in the summertime are really important. Many people just don't like them around there, and they'll turn to some chemical sprays in the area that they want to control them. So the very best thing to do is find an alternative. And the organic gardener is always looking for an alternative. And in the case of the wasps, if they're not really in the way or bothering anybody, I'd leave them alone. They are one of the beneficial insects, but they really can do a lot of damage to an individual, or if a whole bunch of them attack you, now you're running into trouble. So check your favorite nursery out. Always ask for alternatives and chemical supply and organic supplies at your favorite nursery. If they don't have them, they'll start bringing them in. For Backyard Basics, I'm Dromgoole. I'll see you next time.